Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is my No Man's Land survival challenge, and I'm running as closely as I can to the rules that Chainsaw100 and Daggerwin are doing in their multiplayer series. And I think at the moment I'm doing alright in comparison to them. So in the last episode we cut the grass, or as much of the grass as we could, in the new plot that we bought, and then tedded it for hay and got it all baled up, and I think there's about 69 bales in there, which in this episode I'm going to have to work out what to do. I also want to get our first animal pen, so I'm thinking about getting a sheep pen, and this is between the track and the field here is where I'm going to try and put all the animals. So we'll see what we can fit in there once the bales are picked up. But I think the first job, as always, we'll get over to the sawmill, see what planks we've got, and get them up to the store, see what money we've got. I'll just have a quick look in the sawmill and see how much we've got. So it's saying there's 9,000 litres, there's still some wood in there, only 3.5, so we'll have to maybe get some more trees felled and get that filled back up again. But we'll get the 6 pallets and the other 9 that's in the sawmill, and we'll get them up to the store.
I've been fighting everything you say. I've been trying to go the other way, but I can't seem to get you out of my head. Out of my head. I've been fighting everything you'll be, 'cause everything you'll be is changing me, and I can't seem to get you out of my head. Out of my head. I got time for you, I got time for you, so be mine. Would you give me time to give it all to you? Give it all to you. Let me give it all to you. Give it all to you, yeah. Let me give it all to you. Let me give it all to you.
Okay, so that's that loaded up. Just the 1 pallet of furniture, which we'll take up as well. So we've got 15,000 litres of planks and 1,000 litres of furniture. So we'll get that up to the store, and we'll see how much money we make. Okay, so here we are. Selling nicely. Furniture seems to take the longest. We made $66,771, so that gives us $155,000 in the bank. We do still have some crops to sell, but I think there was only soybeans and I've missed the highest price, unfortunately. But it is what it is. We'll get those sold eventually. So let's just have a quick look in the construction menu at animal enclosures. So we want to go for sheep. So I've got a couple of mods in here. There's a small sheep barn can hold 30 sheep. There's one that can hold 45 sheep for $26,000. For 100,000 old farm package, not sure what that would be. It seems a lot of money for only 25 sheep. And then we've got this one here, 65 sheep for $35,000. And there's another one, not sure what the difference is between the two, maybe just one's got red siding, the other hasn't. And then in the base game stuff, we've got the large 65 sheep pen for $97,000. And then we've got 25 and 15, which are still fairly expensive. So I'm wondering if possibly to go for one of these two here. I mean, they're the same thing. So if we say we need to have $35,000 to do that, that means in terms of bale transporting, I'm thinking it might just be better to go for an auto stacker. And that's only $50,000. That's a pretty good stacker, to be fair. 24 bales, that get things done quickly. So of course it needs to have my number plate on it. And the wheel setup, well, there's not much you can do. So we'll just stick with it. We'll have the BKTs. Right, so hopefully we should be able to tow this behind the little trailer. We'll get everything down and we'll make a start on getting these bales stacked up. I'm just going to check on the greenhouses, make sure they've got water. Yeah, they've got 12,000 litres, so they should do for a while. Okay, so we'll get on with collecting these bales. I'll maybe just pick these ones up where we want to place the sheep pen first. Now, this is definitely easier than using a loader and a trailer. Okay, so that's our first 24 bales. I'm not sure why it's showing the straw symbol. At least I think that's a straw symbol. It's not that I don't often do hay, so who knows. So now that bit of land's clear, let's just have a look at getting at our sheep pen. So I think I looked at doing this one. The only thing is, I'm not entirely sure where the trigger points for things are. So if I let's just put them on interactive zones. See if it shows up this time. Right, so there's something here. That must be where you put them in. And then around the side here is your food and your water. But I'm not sure where the pallets are going to spawn from. So I think if I just point it this way, that would probably work as well as anything. Is that straight? That looks fairly straight there. So I will just keep it slightly away from the track and a little bit of gap to the field. And let's stick it about there. And we'll go and have a quick look. I also need to get some fertilizer on here, so maybe look at getting a spreader and using that on the Deutsch Fahr. So here's the marker. So this is where the wool will be spawned at. We can tip our food and water into here. Probably need to get a bigger water tanker as well. And then we'll just start getting some sheep in. So first of all, we'll get back to the Massey and we'll head up to the animal dealer and we'll see about getting the we'll take the animal trailer and we'll see about getting some sheep in. So at the moment I'm not 100% sure what Chainsaw and Daggerwin's rules are on moving animals, so just for now I'm gonna play it safe and transport all the sheep using the animal trailer. And on the way we'll go past where the Deutsch Fahr is because I want to get the loader off it so that we can pick up a bale spike to be able to move bales into the trigger zone for the feed. Still haven't seen any sawdust spawn. I'm really confused about that. So I had a look in the menu for the sawmill and I can't see any way of activating sawdust. So I'm really puzzled about how this works. Let's have a look in the production menu. So here's our sawmill. As you can see, I've got 3,500 litres of wood chips and it says it's storing. I'm not sure how big the pallet is that comes out. Maybe it's more than 3,000, I don't know, but there's nothing I can activate. Like when I go on here I can change the output mode to selling or distributing or storing as it is. Same as the planks, but the planks are being sent out of the at the spawn point. but I can't see any sawdust anywhere. But that's for another time. So we'll just get up to the store, we'll get some animals bought, and we'll pick up a bale spike, and we'll start filling up the sheep pen. Right, so if I just open up the trailer, I want to have a look for sheep, and I'll be honest, I don't know if there's any difference. They're all the same price range, so you can have like a lamb, I suppose, it's aged 0 months, or you can have one that's 8 months, or you can have, well, that's it. So it says this animal has reached its breeding age. Animals that are healthy and older than 8 months can reproduce. So that's kind of what we want, I suppose. So let's just buy the maximum of that. That is 13 sheep. And also, we want to get the bale spike. I'm not sure which one to go for, really. And maybe just have this. Of course, I've also just made the same mistake, as I've had it for an MX loader, not for the Euro type hitch. So I'm going to have to nudge it into the storeroom and reconfigure it. Okay, that's all on. I think as well, no, we'll do it later because I'm going to have to get some fertilizer and a spreader. So we'll come up with the Deutschfahr, possibly in the trailer, and we'll load up a load of fertilizer bags as well. To actually go in. There we go. So we've got 13 sheep. Move to husbandry. There we go, our first sheep. Okay, so that's our first sheep. Just need to get them some food and water. So we'll get on with doing that now. Maybe get another load of sheep as well towards the end of the game. Just take this bale. Go. Just need some water now. And there we go, there's the sheep all full. So I think they took about 6,500 litres of water there. So I'll get this tanker refilled. We'll head up to the store and we'll get some bags of fertiliser and a spreader. Bring it back down. Okay, so we want to get a spreader first. So having something that could spread lime as well would be really handy. So this Bredel here, I mean the bigger one ideally, but it's more money than what we have. So we can make this big for another $1,300. Really, I want to have narrow tyres like that, and definitely want the spreading unit. So that should give us a full 18 metre width. It's not as wide as some of the other spreaders, but especially when we come to do lime, it's definitely something that we need. So let's have that. And then we also want to get some bags of fertiliser here. So we just get some bags. Should I get 8 bags? No, I don't think we'll need that much for now. Let's just get 4. So hopefully this bale spike can pick these up, because that's something I didn't think about when I came up here. Okay, so even with the wheel weights on, you can't quite pick that up, but it could just and so do 2. So the other thing I'm thinking of doing as well, before we spray it, why don't we pick up some lime while we're here? Just direct into the spreader. Assuming I can tow it back with a hitch point on this trailer. Perhaps not. Okay, so we'll take the spreader back. Thinking this might be the place where we can fill it up. I'll go underneath it. Yeah, so let's just put a bit of lime in for now. I don't know how much this is going to cost. Okay, so I've put $6,000 worth of lime in it. And what we'll do is we'll go and spread some lime on that sorghum field. In fact, we'll let a worker spread the lime on the sorghum field, and we'll get the winch on the Deutz Fahr, and we'll get some more lumber dragged into the sawmill and into the carpentry shop. Right. Okay, so that worker's away now. We really need to start getting fields back into production. We've only got 2 going at the moment. I want to extend what was the oat field before I start planting anything else in there. Right, I'll get chopping some trees down. Okay, right, so I've got quite a few down here. I'll just zip off all the branches and then we'll start dragging them in. Alright, that's quite a bit. I'm quite sure that Greta Thunberg wouldn't be too happy with me right now, but never mind. Right, we'll just drag these in. I think last time I could only drag about 3, but so it looks like we got stuck on this tree stump. Didn't realise I could winch from outside the cab. That's pretty handy. Okay, so this one's got stuck as well. Have to come from a different angle with that one. Let's try and drive these two over. Right, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to the Massey, just because it's got that little bit more power. And I'll just run up to the store quickly, grab that trailer of fertiliser, bring it back down, and I'll see if I can get this Deutz far to do the fertilising in the oat field. I'm not sure where to unload this at, but we don't really come round the back of the sawmill here, so if I just drop the lime off here, hopefully it's going to go out towards the road. Yep, that's perfect. Right, so we'll just refill this, or at least fill this with the fertiliser. Right, so I'll take this over to the oat field and let a worker get going fertilising our oats. So hopefully there's enough fertiliser in there to do this field. Right, so I'll get the logging winch on the Massey, and then hopefully we've got a little bit more power to pull the logs out to the spot, to the sawmill and the carpentry shop. Got snagged on something. Not sure what. Might be this log actually. See if they pull together. Nope, they do not. so it's got stuck on another stump. I didn't see that. Okay, we'll get these over. Might try and drag these into the carpentry shop. Okay, so the carpenter's shop now has 7,000 litres of wood. Okay, 17,000 litres just gone in there. So let's see what else we've got. I think there's just a few small trees left. Probably carry half of these. Just wondering while we're at it, might as well get the rest of them down. Wow, it's a bit brighter here, so that's a hell of a difference. In fact, I'm thinking this might be a really nice place to put the farmhouse up on the hill. We just levelled it out a little bit. Okay, so we'll start winching these trees in. And of course we get stuck on a tree stump. The mass is really struggling, but it's doing it. Okay, and that was about 20,000 litres of wood. So just these two left, which are stuck on stumps. Oh, and the 5 or 6 little ones. Okay, hopefully we can pull all this lot. for these little ones, these can go into the carpentry shop. Right, so I think that's enough logging for today. Certainly not going to run out of wood anytime soon, so that's pretty good. I think next episode I'll maybe make a start on removing some of these stumps. But let's just finish the episode off collecting in the rest of these bales. And I'll just have a final check on the sheep, make sure they're okay. Okay, so that's the last of the bales. That's 19 here. We've got 48 over there, and I put 2 into the sheep pen. So yes, that was 69 bales in total. I think I'll just leave these bales just down the side of the sheep pen here. Okay, so if we just go and have a quick look at the animals. So productivity is coming up. We still only have 13 sheep. Yeah, so food's good, health's coming up. Won't be long until they start reproducing, but we will get some more sheep in the next episode. And our chickens, they're starting to make some eggs. They've got, I'm assuming there's already a pallet there. They haven't just made 450 eggs. But they've got plenty of food for now, and everything's looking good there. I'm going to have to get a bigger chicken pen at some point. So looking at the fields. Oh, now for some reason the worker didn't finish off this little bit here, so I can go and do that. It might be, is there still some trees here that might have stopped it? But yeah, I'll go and finish that off, run down that bit there. Give that full fertilisation, and then in the next episode hopefully the grass has come back, and then what we can do is make this into a bigger field here, and with the grass growing we should get that extra fertilisation stage for free, and then in here we'll plant a crop, we'll cultivate it and get a crop planted in there. So that's that little bit of field all fertilised now. So I'll just run up here and back down. Okay, so that's our 2 fields now fully fertilised. We're definitely in a really good position at the moment. So I just need to get on top of the field work, getting more planted. But it's, you know, it's been quite a lot of work recently with all the expansion. So once our equipment starts to get a bit bigger, it's going to make it a lot easier. I'm going to call it an end to this video. Obviously I'll refill the greenhouses off camera, but you don't need to see that being done. But yeah, so we've got our sheep in. So next episode we'll get some more sheep, keep that going, and as soon as we start to get wool, we'll have a look at getting a spinnery put on the map to do something with the wool. And then over here we'll get this field extended, regardless of whether the meadow grass comes back. Next episode we'll just get that field extended. We have a fertiliser spreader, so we can make the ground fertile. Yeah, so I think that's it. Thank you for watching. Give the video a like if you want, and subscribe to the channel. Just heard the beast of No Man's Land there, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Take care. Bye bye for now.